bet is Wolf. We'll see if he gets punished for going in as deep as he does. We'll see what happens right here. So excited. Everyone in the crowd, get excited. ParaMoons versus Blackberry Sorbet.
We talk about X Factor. If we're to look at it here, obviously all eyes on Dude right now.
How did I phrase it? This is Dude we're talking about here. Dude is going to need to come up big. It's what's expected. We'll see if it does indeed happen.
You see Dude kind of flanking around that left side, looking for any spare players, and he does find Blue right off the bat, maybe finding another just like that. Unfortunately, going to follow up with his chase in the middle of the map. Unfortunately, getting a turnaround shot, maybe not too many shots on the Kyo-chan before getting on the ground and winning that 1v1 once again. Dude doing such great work for his team right off the bat.
The dynamic of the left and right side of the map here is so important. You can see two entirely different battles happening on two different sides of mid. Wolf going to go ahead and grab the Rainmaker. You're going to have to be careful here. This Ink Cloud is very well placed. Wolf not going to get away from it, kind of moving along with it that entire time. The Rain Cloud, the Ink Storm, being, I would say, one of the most dominating forces in this current meta.
Right, yeah, no, we've seen it stop and start many a push, and especially for this game type, you're going to see it constantly. Either
wow.
Kyo-chan with at least one splat with that. Oh my goodness, getting the direct immediately after using, and with his team, they're going to be able to move up the middle here. Unfortunately, it's only two members in the middle. They still have some time, and they're going to take their time in pushing this one up, as they do spot players to the right with Chris and Spectre kind of focusing on that choke point, and on the left, Dude looking for some answers here with Wolf.
Kind of interesting to see Spectre switch off of that Splatoon that we saw her playing so well with earlier. But the Stingray here, why not?
Yeah,
going to go ahead and take out Toon there. Going to throw that, but got to watch out here. Just so much mid has been lost. Dude has to be careful not to overextend, and he does do just that. Kyo going to go ahead and punish and manage to escape somehow. They lost nothing in that situation.
And he spotted someone off to the left here. Great eyes on his behalf. He should be able to help his team coordinate attack, and yes, take down Wolf just like that.
I thought Wolf was going to pull the biggest escape artist that we've seen there. You see Dude there all the way out to the back right. For those unfamiliar, the players cannot see these names. Only we can here with the power of spectator mode. But still, it is worth noting where these players are. Wolf going to try to go on the middle, but going to have to be careful not to get out of position here.
Nice.
Dude getting taken out there, but just too much pressure on the left side.
It's not on our screens right now, but we do see an Inkstorm in a kind of 1v1 on the far side of the map, engaged on by Blackberry Sorbet, trying to get something of a different swing of momentum, as it's constantly been this, firefight in the middle, one after the other. Maybe, sure, Blackberry Sorbet might win this one in some ways right now, but immediately after, we can totally expect ParaMoons to come back. Blackberry Sorbet is looking for a different kind of change in momentum, and right now, unfortunately, not able to see it just yet, but with Kyo-chan here, unfortunately not able to change that tide as well.
Right, and that's really been the story here. They've got some good openings, but Kyo seems to always be in the middle of the map. They're always around the objective, shutting things down. I'm glad that you pointed out that kind of the leader of this has to be Kyo-chan. He's done just that. Dude gonna take out another one here. Two down here, and that was a special burn as well. But the last one up there, I think that was Kyo who took out that Rainmaker. Huge. What a great kill by Dude.
Effectively, that's a wipe. Unfortunately, they don't have the Rainmaker on them, but that's gonna at least start something here, right? I mean, Dude has the ability to start something. The Inkstorm, exactly as we were talking about, in some crucial situations can start and stop a game, and unfortunately for them, it's not gonna do anything. I have absolutely no idea.
Well, thank you, because I do not either. And two of them down. That was the best opportunity that they had here. I'm not sure what stopped it. I don't even think Spectre knew that was there.
Either way, Kyo-chan able to help their team kind of recover from that one. As that push was kind of looking, that offensive was looking rather intimidating for a while. Fortunately enough for them, they're able to reset it back to mid. Blue, they're going to go down to Dude, who is always seemingly at the forefront of every single play, every single move.
What is this movement? Great job by Dude, working back up here to this top position. Going to be able to rain down shots here. Spots one out there, standing just out of the range of that Rainmaker shield pop. Going to jump down there as well. Interestingly enough, grabbing it. Yep, Dude has to go back now, but the tiniest speck of damage was going to be enough in that situation.
Yeah, unfortunately swimming that one right in smack dab in the middle of that Inkstorm. And try to go back. Unfortunately, by that time, their team was able to capitalize that on that mistake. Either way, looks like Blackberry Sorbet is going to call out the movement towards the middle of the map. Chan here is going to be able to, Dude, again, is seemingly at every single moment where, hold on, actually, before I say that, it looks like Blackberry Sorbet is going to be able to advance their lead even further, and Blue here able to get it towards that 30-point mark. That slight lapse in any defensive presence cost him quite a bit.
And the positioning on this map is so important because Dude made that big hit, but that also allowed Blue the opportunity to go back on those grates where Dude was completely ineffectual. We'll see here. Dude's running in there. Dude's got to be able to get a kill here.
No.
Not going to be able to. Wolf getting a little too overzealous there. Not a whole lot of special help coming with that. Kyo running up on those grates, and that's going to be the end of that push. A clean pick.
You talk about the importance of Stingray, and especially on this map. Spectre there with a great opportunity, especially with everybody kind of in that area, in that chokehold, to be able to do something for their team and start something really important. And unfortunately, as it happens so often, not able to do too much. It looks like Blackberry Sorbet is going to take this one.
Some big exhales there from everybody except
Seriously.
for Kyo, who looks like he's ready for everything right now. He was the one. We said that about Dude, how Dude was the name we kept calling. Kyo was the other name that we kept calling every time something was going to happen. Kyo got in there. 18 KA for Kyo. What a great game. Dude there, of course, leading the charge for ParaMoons. But that was a very strong, it wasn't the biggest blowout, but it was a very convincing game there for Tomo.
Yeah, and especially for Kyo, as you said. And he has every reason to be pumped up with that KD. So, you know, going into this next matchup, we're going to see Splat Zones on Santa Maria. You know, and I'm looking forward to see if Kyo-chan's eccentric play can continue even further and help lead his team even more.
This is one of those maps that's unique in the sense that it is a 2-zone map, but one Inkstorm can take both of them because of how close they are. Anything will accidentally paint those zones. They are so, so small. So the map really does become a battle of holding onto the left side where enemies like to drop in. They have access to their zone very quickly from there, but if you can shut down that left side, not allow people there, shark around, and keep putting the pressure there, you can make life very difficult for them. This is one of those maps where you have to put pressure on the opponent so they can't build their specials, because any amount of specials will take these zones.
Right, and I mean, obviously, coordination of the specials to any team, any map, any kind of situation for a game is going to be incredibly important. But when you talk about it, as you said, you look at those zones right there.
Trifling.
Nothing separating them.
Absolutely nothing. That may as well be one zone. It's a formality at this point.
It's not really a Moray Towers kind of Splat 1 kind of zone. It's yeah, nothing near. But either way, let's get this one underway, as it looks like. Not too many changes.
No, very similar, but look at the loadout that ParaMoons is running right now. They are going to try to play the game that Tomo has been playing. Look at the ink control. Look at the movement that they have. Very, very good adaptation, I would say here. I like to look for it, but they're going to have to execute.
Yeah, no, obviously, I think the kind of first opening moments might just like really give a good picture as to whether it will come through for them or not. But either way, Storm being charged up here, not being yet put out in response to. Oh no, as soon as I say that, Storm is going to go out. And yeah, it should at least give a pause to kind of the control given over to these zones. In the meantime, though, Dude able to come up on top of that wall and kind of get on top of two people there.
Can he get a triple?
Oh my goodness, yes,
oh,
that's a triple.
Baby, a triple.
And
that SRB2 Dude.
And Dude here able to lead the charge here for his team, as he would love to be able to do on a consistent basis. And now with Dude and Wolf here in the middle, they may be able to open up a gap, a wound, and pour massive salt into it. We'll see if Wolf is able to follow up on that respect. Unfortunately, due to the Inkstorm, not able to push up until just quite yet, but just spot out a player climbing up the wall, unfortunately taken down just before he can get a hand on that one.
Great job there. Chris doing a good job of kind of damage mitigation, getting both of them. That's huge because they're going to be able to take back both zones, or at least stop the penalty from coming on. And a penalty so big in a map like this. Splash down, going to do the rest of it. Take it there. Chris can get this kill with a smack to the face with the burst bomb. Going to throw another one out there to push Kyo back. And look at Wolf moving up there to put the pressure on that left side like we talked about.
Of course, I mean, obviously, when you don't have a penalty, you've got to try to force this as much as possible. They're going to be able to take this to the 30s, seemingly, and this is the greatest position to be in for ParaMoons. With zones that go over so often, back and forth, be able to get this kind of lead, you know you're going to be able to stall this kind of lead you've generated.
If he had splashed down a second earlier, that entire situation would have changed. That would have been able to take out 2 in that situation. Instead, it's going back the other way. Now, it's Tomo that's putting on the pressure here. Dude's going to have to find a pick here. They're going to have to get something going. They don't have the range to play this long-distance firefight.
Looking out for their fourth player. Yeah, okay, they had a player off to the side here, trying to get onto Wolf, but unfortunately not. Wolf is kind of jumping down into a sea of orange and seemingly having to put down that splashdown, of course, and is going to actually be able to help his team get control of the zone just like that.
Sometimes aggression is rewarded. I like that Wolf is up here on the left side doing what we talked about here. And it does look like pretty strong central control. Watch Kyo there at the top. Chris.
Yeah, he's got to at least have his eyes on him, right? I mean, okay, goodness gracious.
There it is.
That's going to be a Kyo-chan with the assistance of a suction bomb is actually going to help get control of zone.
And what great pace. There is an art to sharking. there is an art to knowing when to go in, how long to wait, and when to take that plunge. And that was perfectly done there. A full wipe, a slow full wipe, but still a full wipe. And they're getting closer now, inching ever so close. That penalty is not very big.
Yeah, actually, the fact that Wolf was able to stay alive for so long in a 1v3, you didn't really see Blackberry or Sorbet taking as much damage as you might have expected. We still haven't seen firm control after that engagement, so good job on Wolf to be able to prolong that one fight. Chris gonna jump down onto a suction bomb, stay alive for quite a little bit, and with that locator on him, he's gonna have to try to engage in an unfavorable 1v1 near zone, barely make it out alive, and unfortunately the Stingray to follow up on it is gonna be searching for blood here, as he's gonna be able to avoid all of it for now. As Kyo-chan has been doing such a number for his team, as they seem to be getting the lead here.
And you know, Chris staying alive there, we'll see what ends up happening here, but Chris staying alive was so important because it kept them from pushing in too deep. Lose control here, another splash.
That's what they need to end right now.
Alive.
It's a 3-point difference, but unfortunately for ParaMoons, they're not going to spot out Kyo-chan to the back of him.
There it is.
Is that going to be two? That is the double. Is it going to be a triple? That's going to be a triple, as Kyo-chan is going to be able to help his team, but unfortunately not in time before the penalty.
No, and Dude gonna go ahead and punish that. Dude also gonna take out the Brella there. That was huge. What great damage mitigation here by Dude. What a triple by Kyo. And these little tiny micro interactions are what is separating these two teams right now. 3 points, penalty still on the board, but this has been so close.
45 seconds to go, and this can go literally anywhere. The Inkstorm is gonna be popped out towards that right zone. And actually, you know, Squidstorm going down somewhat seemingly, they should be able to get control of zone here and run down that penalty for as long as they'd like, unless Kyo-chan is able to respond here with the likes of that special. But unfortunately for him, Chris is still lurking around and somehow seemingly is still able to stay alive despite the sea of orange he was around. And with the help of his teammates to the side of him, able to come out on top of that one with 20 seconds left to go. Blackberry Sorbet needs a change up here.
They need something, and it's going to start right there. A little bit too overzealous there with that pressure. Somebody still did go down, but a big punishment, and that was kind of an overextension there. The zone going to go back the other way. They're going to have to work through here. Wolf going to be jumping back down to the middle, throwing everything in the kitchen sink at that Brella there, up on top of Snipe. But that is going to be it. A great job there. A great response. You love to see that coming out there from ParaMoons.
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously for ParaMoons to be able to kind of respond to Kyo-chan and his team's, you know, victory on the last game, very good to keep this momentum back and forth, right? Obviously going down 2 games in a row, super crucial in a best of 5. You can't let that happen.
And I like the response there, the willingness to switch to the double splatter shot composition. They knew that they were going to need to throw bombs. Throwing 2 burst bombs at those zones neutralizes them. And sometimes just throwing stuff at the zone, keeping the opponent from getting those like 1 second here, 1 second there is exactly what you need, because eventually, if you play your cards right, you will win that situation as long as you keep earning yourself more situations.
Yeah, and you talk about playing cards. Have we seen everything from these teams? All their cards? Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I think that they find new cards as they play the game. I think the deck is. This is a deck building game. This is not. This is not solitaire. This is a deck building game. Constantly finding new cards, and I can't wait to see what they draw next.
Right. Upcoming next, Tower Control and Starfish main stage. Ooh. Not to be honest, not one of my favorites. But
not one of my favorites, but if you have a Rapid Blaster, now would be a good time to use it.
Bust that out. Is Kyo-chan the one that uses the Rapid Blaster as well?
Maybe. I think I've seen Kyo use darn near every weapon under the
yeah,
sun.
Fair.
But if you have a sloshing machine on tower control, there's really not a whole lot of reason not to use it. A great weapon. That blast can get 2 really easy shots on to kill. The Stingray, we know what that can do. I'm more interested in seeing what it is that ParaMoons opts to use here, because we kind of know we've seen the same sort of thing come out from Blackberry Sorbet every single game. So I mean, the ball's really in the court right now. We saw the hard adaptation that game coming out from ParaMoons. What are they going to use here?
Right. Yeah, adaptation, name of the game, honestly, especially in these, you know, the high level that we have here. It's going to often, unlike the winners finals we saw, honestly, there's going to be a lot of adaptation. There's going to be a lot of playing around what we see new coming in from teams on a game-to-game basis. So with that being said, we'll see if anything new comes out here on Starfish main stage. Tower Control can be a bit of a tricky one on this one, and really looking forward to seeing how teams play, the kind of perks in the middle of the map where you can kind of get some sense of elevation. I feel like that oftentimes in the beginning of the game and the team playing around the corners going to really lend themselves to how well they can take a lead in the first moments of the game. So let's see if this takes place.
Absolutely. No, that was not a glitch that you saw there. That is a quick respawn. stealth jump. Well, it wasn't a stealth jump, but it was a quick respawn blaster coming out there with comeback still on. It's not completely dead yet, and Kyo has gone on Twitter and said why he opts to run this. It's for big plays, and big plays only. What a great shot there from Spectre.
In the face of Ink Armor, too. Being able to land that twice in a row. Great job,
big
Spectre.
punish. A great opening here.
Yeah.
And now here comes the Stingray. She's going to wait. She's going to wait, see where they're at. Fire right down the narrow straightaway. But someone snuck around.
Ooh, it looks like the one player that survived from Blackberry Sorbet able to at least kind of delay the use of that special. And in the end, that's going to enable Blackberry Sorbet to get to the middle of the map. Well done on their part.
Masterful defense. Truly sneaking around back there knowing, hey, I am one, but I am only one. I got to make a play here and start something. Getting the kill on what was going to be kind of the aggression that was coming out. Another great kill there coming from Octopops with the splatter shot, I believe. And now the lead goes back the other way, and this can snowball very quick. They've got to stay alive. They can't afford to go down.
And it looks like Blackberry Sorbet able to get onto the enemy's perch here, but they're looking on all sides of the map. Seemingly, ParaMoons trying to have some kind of an unexpected response, and dude, looking for the flanks as he normally is not going to come out on top of that one. This is looking like a pretty stellar push from Blackberry Sorbet.
This is looking like a pretty kill on Spectre, big, because we talked about what the sloshing machine can do. The armor going to come in, another one going to go down. Hopping back on is Toon. The last one alive is Dude. He's not going to be able to do a whole lot. He's going to be able to get some fire on them. But right now, Kyo has the blaster, and Dude's not going to be able to sit up there.
Yeah, no, he's been pushing up so far to where Dude wants to flick around. We've talked about it so often. And now, nice trade. And for Kyoto to be able to kind of whirl around and get the shot just like that, they might be able to win the game off of a shot like that. And it looks like Blackberry Sorbet, they seem to be the one to want the lead the most, and being able to get a lead onto a team like ParaMoons is incredible.
What masterful execution in every facet. Great defense breaking down what looked to be a strong opening push there. Then, watching all sides, like you said, no flank's going to be happening. Call him out there. Call him out there. Get the clutch spin kill that not only looks cool, but is very cool if you're trying to make a push. And from there, just keep executing. Don't make things more complicated than they have to be. Very strong in a very Tomo-esque win.
Yeah.
That was vintage Blackberry Sorbet / Tomo.
Yeah. I mean, you saw them both in game and, of course, on the results screen, consistently winning firefights. Time and time again.
And they make it so easy for themselves. Vesper and I talked about it. They make it look too easy.
Yeah.
They do. And it's, hey, keep it simple, stupid, right?
Right.
Keep it simple. Excellent stuff. I'll tell you what's not going to be simple. Getting 2 more games here off of a team like Blackberry Sorbet. And they got to do a little bit of digging here, does ParaMoons, because that time they changed it. It wasn't a comp issue. They just have to find ways to win those firefights and give themselves better engagement opportunities.
Right. Yeah. And, I mean, you see players like Wolf and Dude acting as that front line, and they just couldn't come out on top. And if you keep going for those same kind of pass, leaving the rest of your team exposed to 3v4, 2v4 situations while trying to do your thing and failing at doing your thing consistently, that's what happens. You lose quickly.
It is. Now, one thing I will say here, Sturgeon Shipyard on Rainmaker, it's one of the longer paths that you can take, especially coming straight from middle. Now, you have the opportunity to go left. You have the opportunity to go right. You can go up that central sponge. You have a lot of options here. Very common. It's really common to go left. We'll see what they end up doing here. It would not surprise me whatsoever if ParaMoons went back to that double splatter shot comp, because it allowed them to keep up with Blackberry Sorbet. So we'll see if that's what they end up doing here. Looks like they've got something here, a little bit of discussion here on the part of Blackberry Sorbet saying, hey, how are we going to put this one away right here? 2-1 lead, tournament life for ParaMoons.
You wouldn't expect it to be so soon for Dude. We've seen Dude in almost every finals for every LAN. This is kind of soon. This is incredibly soon for him. I mean, by all of his standards. So to be able to see this coming up, can Blackberry Sorbet clutch this out?
It's a new game. It is a new time. And Blackberry Sorbet saying this is our time. And now here we do see Wolf going with the 52 gal here, and you know that's one that he used earlier and used quite well. Getting just too overzealous here, going in, trying to make the plays. There's no long-range weapons here that are going to be able to take advantage of this positioning.
Yeah, that go big or go home from Wolf is so often in the set just go home, has resulted in going home. I mean, unfortunately for the beginning of that, the beginning of this game, it hasn't really led to any results for him. We'll have to see if he continues that style that he's been seemingly been able to trademark over time. And if he does, if he's going to be able to be more successful at it. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that's the case, as Kyo-chan able to come out with a kill on top of him.
They forgot that Kyo was under there. Kyo was the troll under the bridge right there. Just hung there the entire time and then finally popping out saying, that's one, that's two, I'm going to go back under.
Great. And now we see a fight off to the right side of the map, obviously trying to catch him out. It looks like we're going to be able to locate the enemy on the other side of the map. And either way, a fight over the middle and the Rainmaker, it looks like Dude is going to maybe be able to sneak onto one, if not two, but looks like that player being located is going to play it safe as they rightfully should. And so for ParaMoons here, they are looking for, you know, being able to get a win finally in a evenly matched 3v4, 4v4, whatever. Unfortunately, just like that, this.
I wish we got to see that. That was a crazy shot, jumping all the way. Alley-oop, getting the kill there. Dude, again, has to do a good job of holding down center here because you know that Wolf and Chris are down. Those are two frontline weapons. They need those if they're going to be able to make a push. And Dude playing with fire right now.
Oh my goodness.
Dude was very, very weak there, so I can understand how that killed.
Right. Yeah, being able to have that locator, and despite the fact that he was coming up on the wall, he had to have the sense of security for sure.
Kyo and getting another shot. Kyo being the Grinch that stole Christmas in this situation. Coming back again. What a great pivot, but one of those shots missed.
Yeah.
He needed both of those to hit. Dude gonna pivot around here to the backside. First time we've seen them grab
Oh
Rainmaker.
goodness, okay. Shark not exactly, okay, yep. Dude able to come out on top of that one. Blue getting in the middle of the map, but unfortunately he's gonna have to deal with Wolf, who's debating whether to go on the other side of the bridge, but unfortunately for Blackberry Sorbet, they're not going to be able to take advantage of Wolf going all the way around, and Dude here in the middle trying to... Oh my goodness,
stop it, finally.
Goodness, a 1v4.
Finally, goodness gracious. Spectre needs to make this jump now. Does make the jump. Not a big lead, but that's something. Now it's over here on this side. If Chris is able to splat out this one here that is marked, and it is, this pop is going to happen. This one might get just a little bit further. Is someone over there? It's Kyo. It's Kyo. Not going to be able to get it. This run is going to go 39.
39-point marker, and ParaMoons seemingly saying, no, our tournament lives do not end here.
I thought Kyo was going to get that. I really thought it was going to happen.
Blackberry Sorbet still not out of this pickle. Going to force the splash down there. Unfortunately, not able to get anybody on top of that one. But for ParaMoons here, you see them kind of tending towards the right side of the map there, and it seems like that fight is progressing that way. We'll see if Wolf continues his trademark play. He does have an opportunity to maybe catch them off guard by advancing on that left side, or maybe two per chance, but...
Look at the positioning that Dude is in. Dude has been right there on that right side of the grading this entire time, making it to where the opposing team cannot get up on that snipe. He knows where his team is. He knows that they're going to try to come in from that way, and he hasn't really been letting it happen. That's 3 down because of that positioning. Dude is still there. He's going to run him straight up there. That's a full wide.
That's beautiful, beautiful play and recognition from Wolf to be able to say, yeah, we have... Oh my goodness.
Chris is still there, but that is going to be it. But 17 and even more daunting task to come back from. Dude going to sit back here, barely staying alive here, and that's going to be enough to at least hold on to mid. They can't run haphazardly, because if Dude picks off 1 or 2 of them, there's not a lot of time left.
Right, and for Wolf to be able to recognize that going up on that left and still seeing that, you know, a player from Blackberry Sorbet was going to catch him off guard. He was only 1v1 on the very left panel. No, we're going to switch it up. We're going to change it to the sponge and go from that way. That split-second decision, incredibly crucial.
Adapt. Great stuff here, but now it looks like that same vintage Tomo play, earning them a triple, and now Toon going to lead the charge here on the side, but missing the jump, but they're going to get another chance to do just that. Here comes the Stingray.
They have an open path in front of them. You talk about the importance of the Stingray in situations like this. Is one person going to be able to clutch it out? No! Who was that? That was Wolf,
That was Wolf!
Oh my goodness, Wolf.
It's still there though. Dude goes down. Oh, they got it. Wolf again!
Wolf, are you kidding? Are you going to stay out on top? He's not going to trade. Oh my goodness, and they're all super jumping back, but there's going to be more people on super jumping on top of that. Spectre not able to come out on top of that 1v1. Another one coming out on top of that, and ParaMoons, they're going to be able to jump off. Nearly 10 seconds left to go. They might be able to clutch this one out and force that game 5. Will they be able to get back to this one? Team 10 here able to get onto that Rainmaker, and they might be able to say, we have something left in us. One more push. That can't be the end of it, right?
Every death they have now, all the more important. One of them goes down. Both splatter shots are out, or splatter shot pros out of the equation. 2 down now. You see Kyo up there. Kyo has to come up big here for them. It's over here onto the side. You can hear the crowd start to say it. Spectre's there. Ink Armor's there. Dude is there. They are over there right now. Dude coming in. Dude has to come up big. Dude gets 1. Dude gets 2. Dude gets 3. No, yes! I almost spoke too soon. Who else would it be getting the kill there? We have game 5, and how often do we see ParaMoons learn They have to come up big, and more so than any other team, it seems that they're always the one to do it with their backs against the wall. 18 KA for Dude there, and that big push they got was started because Dude set off to that right side, allowed them a chance to go left, allowed Wolf to come back and pivot the other way, and it all starts.
Can we talk about Wolf for a second?
Can we? Oh my God.
I was dissing him. I was dissing him earlier on, saying, hey, go big or go home, often going home, and then completely going big there, completely changing it up and being able to yield some results for his team. Incredibly strong.
There is no way to overstate what Wolf did there. Wolf saved the game, saved the tournament there. Oh.
I'm popping off, dude. I don't know. I'm
Game
popping
5.
off.
Game 5.
Ooh, yeah, this is the kind of sets you're looking for.
Game 5. This is what we wanted here. These two teams putting on an absolute show for us, and we're going to get to see this Game 5 that we've been looking forward to this entire time. Splat Zone's the Reef. This is one of the scariest and most volatile maps.
Goodness.
Oh, this battle that goes down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Hold me.
Yeah. All right, we got that. Okay,
all right,
cool.
got that out of the way.
Yeah.
You see locked in already, ParaMoons. They know what they want. They are confident in their game plan. They're going to run it the same way. Oh, and Kyo almost stopped that push.
Yeah.
That second slosh just barely missing that allowed them to take it as deep as they did.
Yeah.
Unbelievable play.
I actually believe it was Octopops in that initial fight with Dude. Dude kind of came from above, and Octopops was one of the two people that had to help lead that charge on the left side. And unfortunately not able to do that because Dude seemingly coming out of nowhere. You can't exactly see Dude from the angle that he was until he was right in your face. And so for Octopops to come out on top of that one with the lack of in control they had in front of them was a big ask.
A big ask. There you see Kyo shaking them out. They're all shaking themselves out. Winner take all. This is the biggest
shaking
game.
it out, man.
Amazing stuff here. Loser goes home. Game 5. Let's go.
Let's go indeed. ParaMoons, Blackberry, Sorbet. The winner goes on to take on Komodo, who obviously coming down from that 3-0 loss. It'll be a tough one for sure and a nail-biter for sure. But, of course, we've got this nail-biter right in front of us. Blackberry Sorbet starting off the beginning with a couple of people located. Going to have to be forced back a little bit in this middle. Octopops going to have to do something to come out on top of Wolf. And does get a couple of splats on with the sprinkler and follows it up with his own weapon there as he's going to be able to help lead control on top of the zone and couple that with control of the actual zone.
Very, very even game here at the start. You see both teams kind of trading some shots here. A lead here at the start, but what amazing shots by Dude. Getting that even with the jump off. Dude's going to be able to pressure this right side here, making it very difficult. But as we've said so many times, Kyo not letting it happen. Spectre
No.
Whoa.
No.
Okay.
Being able to play the environment so well to be able to stay alive in a situation where Spectre, all on top of him, all purple ink. Incredible to even do that for so long, even if not coming out on top.
Absolutely. Spectre going to sit on this side, try to build up that ink armor. You see just trading some shots here. Wolf over in the middle, not able to get the kill there. Might come back to bite just a little bit, as we've said, but this is Wolf's game. And going to go back the other way, just barely missing out on the lead.
I thought he made that falling shot, and those two falling shots really, so very close for him. In the meantime, a 1v1 happening here, and their teammates are close to say, okay, you have a one-on-one in the middle, well, we're going to follow you up in the right there.
Absolutely. The follow-up so important there. Going to have to be careful here. Here's Octopops, a great weapon with a lot of defensive options here. Chris going to run down here. Now they're starting to come in. Splashdown going to be not killing anybody, but they do get the zone off of it. Going to shoot down that sprinkler because why not? They're going to have to watch their backside, as Spectre is doing.
Interesting. That ink armor kind of used by Blackberry Sorbet didn't really, not much of an offensive one at all, and despite the fact that it was ECP defensively, they still just kind of yielded control instantaneously, so that's one special down just like that for them. They do have another one up, but unfortunately for them, it looks like, unfortunately for ParaMoons, it looks like Blackberry Sorbet able to get back under control and trying to push this one out. You see a sea of green extending into the ParaMoon territory.
There's still a lot of time on that clock, but you have to understand there are not a lot of options here. They do not have many chances to mess up, and every mistake they make here is magnified. It takes a lot of ink to take this zone. Kyo sneak behind here. If Kyo's going to be able to get one or two here, that might be the end. But Dude,
the sharking to come out of nowhere and on top of that for a double, and you know he's looking for the triple right now. But
and who else when the team needs the play? Dude gonna get it, gonna almost get another one, and finally does. And Dude gonna be able to get another one.
You know what? Let's just quad it up. Why not? Zero penalty now.
This is Dude we're talking about here. That penalty all the way chewed through. There's a splashdown on deck. You see the Ink Storm coming
But they're
in
coming
right
back.
now.
Yeah,
They
no,
are coming back.
They have to come back now if they want to keep the lead, right? Splash down going out. Chris is going to use that defensively to be able to prevent them from getting to the zone
So
with
close.
5 points left to go. And it looks like ParaMoons with his 1v1.
What?
No,
What?
he goes down
What?
with 1 point left to go. And Octo Pops comes out absolutely clutch for his team to be able to keep the lead in their favor.
Chris has to be kicking himself right now. He knows if he got that kill, that was the lead, but they have to remain composed here. They can't give up their dude just trying to build up this rain cloud. Gonna try to get something off of that dude over here, or I'm sorry, Wolf over here on the other side. Octopop's retreating back to the middle. Here comes the Ink Storm, a counter Ink Storm. One goes down there, another not yet going down, but that is Chris. Chris goes down. They're starting to run out of time. They get the lead there, but Dude not going to be able to do it all on his own, or is he? No, he did get one, and that will be enough for them to get the lead back. Well, the zone back.
Yeah, definitely not the lead. You know, they're hoping so, right?
They are hoping so.
With 1 minute 20
Kyo
left.
gonna get, wow, what great call outs there, knowing that Kyo was there. Gonna be trying to shark around that side. Wolf doing a great job. Now Spectre gonna get taken down there. We're so close to Ink Armor. That might come back and bite them, but that timer is slowly starting to tick down. They've got to keep Ink on the zone. They can't afford to lose this late.
Oh my goodness.
Wolf gonna try to come in here.
No, unfortunately
No.
not enough for his team. Wolf, I'd like to note so far in this game, despite previously playing so offensively, I've seen him support in many a kill so far, getting not exactly the most important shot at the very end of it, but leading up to that, being able to follow up his teammates in so many 2v1s so far. Unfortunately not able to come out on top of that one. But for ParaMoons now, all the pressure on them.
We've seen the same cycle so many times here. Go in, charge Ink Armor, throw your Rain Cloud. And so far, that hasn't been able to break it. They need to find a way to break this pattern. They've done just that. That's going to be a lead
They
change.
get it back.
30 seconds left in the game. Dude holding down this left side. They can't afford to go down here. Right now, if Wolf gets this kill onto Octopops, that would be big, but they still haven't lost the zone yet.
They're fighting for tournament life right here.
8
2 Ink
seconds
Storms
left.
being activated.
Dude, what
but
a
Dude
huge
with the
kill.
clutch shot, but a
Dude's
lot of
able to
that.
get this. Oh, here comes the Rain Cloud. 10 seconds left. All they have to do is neutralize it here in overtime. It's going to be Splattershot Pro versus
It's
Pro.
a 1v1. They need to make sure they get enough control of territory and just get rid of Dude on top of the zone. But unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be enough. And they're not going to take the fight on. That's
They
going to be
get
it.
it.
Yes.
And they get it, holding on just enough. And what huge kills there by Dude doing just
Goodness
enough.
gracious.
And ParaMoons, as they have so often done, coming up clutch at the very, very end. But what a set that was. Oh.
You look, yeah. Yeah, I look at the player cams. You saw Kyo-chan. He's like wiggling his fingers still, right? And just thinking, I can do something about this, right? I can do something.
You
But
can't.
it's over.
It's over. There's no amount of desire, no amount of want.
Yeah.
It's going to be it. What an amazing amazing thing. People coming up, hugs all over the place here. Do we want to get a round of applause here for Tomo?
Round of applause for Tomo here, being able to do so well throughout this bracket.
Yeah.
Or actually, I believe we're actually going to cut to.
And here comes Tomo. Round of applause for Tomo. Hugs all around. Great sportsmanship. The sting doesn't sting any less. But at the end of the day, we can all be respectful competitors.
And beyond respectful, just acknowledge that this team stepped it up.
They did.
A big step up, despite the fact that they've had impressive showings so far. With that being said, let's take it over to Zach for a quick interview.
That loser's semifinal set. All right, well, I am here with Kyo, the captain of Blackberry Sorbet. Kyo, coming into day 2, how did you feel about your chances?
I felt like we didn't practice as much as some other teams, but like I felt confident, and then like we got pretty far, so I'm proud of my team.
You know, in the winners bracket, you were able to pull off the, I believe, 3-1 win over ParaMoons, fall down to losers. It was a very, very close set. Tell me about the mentality of your team going into this set.
Going into the set, we knew Dude was gonna be a huge threat because like the pro is insane, Dude's insane. Kill Spectre, Anchor, so like when we went in, we felt pretty confident, but like we didn't pull it out, but we feel like we played pretty good.
The question begs now, 3rd place, I believe, at Squidstorm 2016, now 4th place at Squidstorm 2017. If there is a Squidstorm 2018, can we expect Blackberry Sorbet to be there?
Definitely.
I'm excited and looking forward to it. Let's give a big round of applause to your 4th place team, Blackberry Sorbet.
And Kyo-chan, a very, very composed young man.
That's all I have for you guys for now. Let's throw it back to Eirik and 9 in the booth.
Kyo's still a teenager.
Yeah.
But very, very composed there. You know that the nerves, you know the heartbeat is going crazy there, but to make as many plays as he did, and I'm glad that he pointed out one thing there, Spectre being the anchor. Things really changed when Spectre switched over to that end zap and started to move up and play a little bit more proactively. Maybe the anchor was weighing them down. Maybe they needed a little more flexibility. You got to sail. You got to leave port. And they did just that with enough big plays from Dude and Wolf and Chris and the whole cast coming up when they needed to, manufacturing a 3-2 set victory.
We go from 4 teams to 3.
We started with 35 and a half, almost 36 teams. We're now down to 3.
The last 3, of course, Set Destroy X, and the next 2, ParaMoons and Komodo. We've had to see something like ParaMoons and Komodo for before, in some land fashion, right? Like, I feel like, I don't know.
I guess the closest we would have seen to that would be, I mean, there's...
Dude,
Shinryu
versus
2
Moons. Remember that set?
How could I forget? My very first tournament ever, and that was what I got to see.
Yeah, no, like for to be able to say, what was it? To be able to see any resemblance of that set kind of played out right now would be incredibly fun.
We've already gotten so many crazy sets. I'm not sure my heart can handle much more.
Really, man, it's been an incredible feat to start. But either way, we're going to see some of the replays coming out from the games the games that we just saw. Fortunately enough for us, we were able to see some stellar gameplay coming in. Kyo-chan able to get some stellar play. Actually, I believe this was from the previous set, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, no, this was, sorry.
And you have to understand, like, how much of this game was played on a razor's edge. If one of these teams in these situations where we saw this back and forth, let's imagine one of the teams goes down.
Yeah.
3 or 4 people in that situation, as Dude just does what Dude does. But imagine when that happens. That cycle gets broken, and suddenly you find yourself kind of funneling in, things get out of control, and you lose. But the composure, the positioning, you can't teach how these teams do it.
Yeah, and for Chris, in this kind of situation here, Chris was in almost a lone wolf mission here in the middle. And unfortunately for him, going down in the middle on top of the zone, getting all of that ink, was one of the turning points. Yeah, no, if not the turning point of that set in particular in that game.
Yeah, it turns, but it would have been very easy for them to get down on themselves after not getting that kill. That was like, I mean, the door was wide open and they just weren't quite able to close it. But they came back again. They earned themselves another chance to open that door. Some big kills, and they kept it open until they shut it on Blackberry Sorbet.
Right. So I think, what is it? We're going to be turning it over to Shining Zach once again to introduce some of our fine players and teams coming up for the Losers Finals of Squidstorm 2017. Take it away, Zach.
Is everybody ready for